Hello! I told you that we would kind of get started on the third assignment if you finish the first two. So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you finished the first impressions Disney style, the corrections I told you to make. And I'm also assuming that you finished a few of my favorite things. All right, so this is what I want you to do now. I've been talking about first impressions, and you're probably thinking, why in the world is she talking so much about first impressions? Next week when we're together on a regular basis, I promise you, if you stay with me, all of this will come together and make sense, or at least that's the plan. I hope it will. I'm believing that it will. But I want us to talk just a few minutes about this next assignment. I want you to think of it this way. I don't know if you can relate, but sometimes if my family and I go to the beach, we'll rent like a condo or we'll rent a beach house. And one of my favorite things to do, and this is really creepy, I know, but I like to go into the house and I like to see things like, what kind of books do they have on the shelves? What kind of decorations do they have? Just kind of silly kind of little things like that. And I'll tell you why. Because those simple little things, what kind of games they have, in the, in the coffee table or whatever, or, in the, whatever, underneath the coffee table in the hutch. I like to look at those sorts of things. I know that's kind of crazy, but I like to do that because it gives me an idea. I like to sort of imagine what kind of family lives there. And if I look at their books, if they are mystery people, I can kind of say, oh man, they are people that like mysteries. Or maybe there's no books at all, and there's maybe movies, so I can say, oh, these people like comedies. I like to just sort of imagine what kind of people live there just by what's in their house, my first impression of the house that I'm staying in for that week. Maybe that's creepy, I don't know. But anyway, what I would like for you to do this week, and you can start on it today, right now in class if you have time, I want you to sort of think about your house, your room. It could even be your backpack, your phone, anything that you have that would sort of give somebody an idea as to what kind of person you are. I want you to sort of make a list of things that if somebody saw them, that they might think, oh, this gives me an idea of what they like. For example, and I'm going to show you a little bit later on, if you were to go to my house, you would find all kinds of books, and that kind of makes sense because I'm a librarian. But if you looked at my bookshelf, you would see, what kind of books I like. And that might give you an idea as to my personality. If you were to look at my phone and pull up my Spotify app, you would see my playlists. And that would give you an idea as to what kind of music I listen to. So you could sort of make some first impressions about me based upon my music. If you looked at my decor in the house or even in the library, and you'll see there's certain themes. So you could make some, some suggestions or some predictions as to what sort of things I like. Well, what I want you to do is today, I know you're not at your house, is sort of start making a list. What are some things that if I were to walk into your house today, that if I were to see, I would kind of, get an idea. Maybe it's your baseball glove and your bat that's in the corner of your bedroom. Or maybe you have a great vinyl collection. So you've got a collection of vinyls with different artists. And I don't know, maybe you're a book reader like I am, and you have a certain series that you would read. So if you're school today, start making out a list of what are some things that if I were to even look in your backpack, what's in your backpack, that would give me an idea as to a first impression about you. And start making a list, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to put together a project where you're going to take some pictures and we're going to put together like a little presentation with no words, only pictures, and then try to get some first impressions about each other. Should be a lot of fun. But so today, since you're not at home and you can't actually take pictures, you can start making out that list. Just do a visual thing in your head. Walk around in your head visually. What kind of things can I write down that I want to take a picture of when I get home? You could even start looking on the iPad and finding, digital pictures. If you wanted to start getting pictures that would be like something you would have at home, you could do that. But if you could just get that part done now, then what we'll do is if you get all those pictures compiled this week, and I will put the actual assignment in the folder so that you can see what the actual assignment looks like. we're going to piece it together, so it's not going to be so overwhelming. So part one is just sort of make a list of the things that kind of give us a first impression of who you are by looking in your room, your house, your backpack, whatever, and then take pictures of them. That's all you got to do. Pretty easy. And I think we're going to have a fun time with that. Like I said, we're working on first impressions, inferring, predicting, and I promise that it will start to make sense as it all comes together next week. So take a look at that. You can look at the assignments also in that folder, and I will be looking forward to seeing all of you all in person on Monday. So have a great rest of the week, and if you're watching this during the week, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.